I know we haven't even gotten to Halloween yet, but guess what? TikTok has released its holiday shopping guide for marketers. And although this guide was created for shops and profit brands, there are a lot of really great tips in here that you can use at your library. We're going to talk about it in this episode of the Library Marketing Show. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Angela Hursh from superlibrarymarketing.com. You can go there to suggest a topic for a future episode or to nominate your library or another library doing great work in marketing for kudos. We're going to give away kudos a little later. Before we head into the TikTok shopping guide, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel on YouTube or clicked follow on LinkedIn, please do so that you never miss an episode. Also, if you have any feelings about this episode, give me a thumbs up or some other reaction, either on YouTube or LinkedIn, so that my content gets shown to you more frequently, and because I like to get feedback from you. All right, let's talk about Christmas and the holidays, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all that fun stuff that happens towards the end of the year. And TikTok, I love that they did this. They did this shopping guide. I actually downloaded the guide and I have a link to it on superlibrarymarketing.com if you want to download it too without giving out your email address. I'll also include the original link from TikTok if you don't mind giving your email address to them. But it is a huge guide, actually, and it's for direct marketers. So those are stores and brands that will be selling on TikTok. So there is in this guide some great advice about buying TikTok ads. I'll be honest, I don't know of any libraries that have done that so far. If your library has bought an ad on TikTok or is thinking about it, let me know down in the comments. I'm just curious about your experience. I always find these guides, even if they're full of information that I don't really need for my current job at the library, I still think it's interesting to read the advice that they give, because there's always things in there that I can pull out and use for my organic reach. One of the best parts of this guide is a calendar to help you plan out your marketing for the holidays. And one thing, it's a little, I don't want to call it a trap, but it's a thing that we often do in libraries, is that we wait to start our holiday marketing until like right around Thanksgiving time. So the middle of November, especially here in the United States. It's going to be a little earlier for my folks in Canada. I know your Thanksgiving, I believe, is in October. Doing holiday marketing starting in October is a smart move, according to TikTok. And that's according to the calendar that is in this guide. The other really cool thing in the guide is they have a checklist for setting up your holiday marketing. And again, even though we might not be buying ads on TikTok, I think this is a really good tool, especially if your library has a relatively small staff, but you're doing TikToks. You can always use a good checklist to help you move through this very important season. For many of us in the library world, this is a place where we can really show off what the library has in different ways and build connections with our community. They also have a getting started with TikTok area in this guide, which I think is really cool. If you don't have a TikTok, but you're thinking about getting started, there's a guide, or there's a section in this guide that will help you walk through that. There's, again, like I said, a holiday checklist with a full calendar and lots of creative tips for success. So things like they tell you, build TikTok ready content. And that means, shoot videos that are a certain length, they don't have to be hi-fi, they can be lo-fi, what aspect ratio to use. It talks a little bit about how to structure your storytelling and how to get attention from scrollers with attention triggers. All that is really valuable for you. So if you want this guide, head to superlibrarymarketing.com and you can download it. I'll also have the link there. If you want to give your name and email address to TikTok, you certainly can do that. And let me know, are you planning anything interesting or fun for the holiday season on TikTok or any of the other social media platforms? Let's start doing some brainstorming and sharing creative ideas down in the comments. All right, it's time to give away kudos for this episode. And today, my kudos came from a viewer who wrote in, and her name is Elizabeth, and she just took over marketing for the community library in Salem, Wisconsin. And she wanted to say that recently she did a Facebook post, and I'm going to share a link to this down below in the show description or in the comments if you're watching on LinkedIn. But she shared this Facebook post that was an article about their library's first story time in 1977. And a patron recognized herself and her mother in the pictures. That was really cool. That patron, of course, shared it with everybody that she knows on Facebook, and that got a lot of engagement for the post. So great job, Elizabeth. That's a great win to have right off the bat after taking over for community libraries social media. Appreciate that very much. Again, if you want to nominate your library or another library for kudos, head to superlibrarymarketing.com, click on the Library Marketing Show tab. And if you want to learn more about library marketing and get more tips, head to the next video, and I will see you there.